Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Nikal. Welcome to Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. Welcome to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I replaced my automatic transmission fluid. And the car that I have is a 2008 Mazda Demio, aka Mazda 2. And this procedure is applicable for most cars, right? Especially Japanese made cars. So what you need to do is you need to know the amount of transmission fluid that your car takes, and you can research that, and the type of fluid. This fluid is called the AMSOIL 100% synthetic automatic transmission fluid, and it's a multi-vehicle, right? And it says domestic and imported, right? And remember, it's a signature series. So it says towing, terrain, and temperature. So it's very good. Right, the original fluid that this car takes is the Mazda MV fluid. All right, but I've gone and replaced 3 quarts already with the AMSOIL synthetic fluid, this one right here. So what I'm going to do today is to change the fluid again and also change the filter. So the last time what we did we just changed the fluid. Now we're going to change the fluid plus the filter, because you know the transmission takes a lot of fluid, right? Maybe 3 times the amount of this. So no one change of fluid will change out all the oil in the car. So I want to change it, right, regularly to get out most of what is in there. All right, the car shift good, right? No rough shifting or anything. But I love to maintain my car, and I think AMSOIL products are the best. So I choose to use this product. All right, over here we have a brake cleaner that we're going to use to clean up the pan. We have a funnel that we're going to use when replacing the fluid. And this is the transmission filter, and this is the gasket. So right here is the gasket, and that is the filter, right? This is the filter. Got this filter from rockauto.com, right? And this is the brand. It's a Beck and Harley brand, right? And I paid $12 for this, and you get it with the gasket as well. All right, the oil is around 14 US per quart per bottle, right, or 2,200 Jamaican dollars, right? So in all we have around $7,000 for this, and we have another 1,000 something for this. So we could say safely around 8,500 Jamaican dollars to 9,000 Jamaican dollars for all of this. All right, so it's worthwhile, and I'm telling you guys, it is best when you change your own transmission fluid and your own engine oil and your own coolant, because you know exactly what is going in your car and you choose the best. All right, over here now we have our socket, and we're gonna take around a 19. It's gonna take a 19 millimeter, right? And we need an extension to break the bolt to drain the oil, and of course lastly we have a container to catch the old transmission fluid. And I say old because it is coming out of the car, not necessarily because of the age of the oil. So I'm gonna take you under the car and show you what is happening under here. So we check. All right, we have light. So we jack up the car from that side. The transmission, this is a right hand drive car, so the transmission is located both on the same side for right and left hand. All right, but I'm just giving you a little bit of information here. Right, it's Japanese, made in Japan. This is the transmission over here, and what I did was to kind of use a jack to jack up the transmission. I'm going to show you why I have to do that, because of the position of the drain bolt. The drain bolt is all the way around there. You see that? Let me see if I can just make it right. So the drain bolt is right here, and the control arm on the body of the car is right there. So when it is, if I did not put the jack here, I could not fit on the socket over it, and it's a stupid design by Mazda and Ford right there. So I have to jack it up just to clear it. So what I'm going to do now is to put on my 19 millimeter, and I'm going to crack it loose and allow the oil to drain, right? And then I'm just going to just put in back the bolt, screwing back the bolt after I finish draining, and then we're going to drop the pan. All right, so we're going to drop the pan as well. So see me do that. Watch me do that, guys. Right, everybody. So I crack the bolt, right? But I'm not going to remove it with the transmission pan jacked up. So I remove the jack, so I can remove this by hand now. It is very slack, right? So I'm just going to position my drain pan, and I'm going to remove the bolt and catch the fluid, right? See, I'm wearing my gloves. After we finish that, we're going to remove this 10mm bolt and we're going to take the pan down, but we're going to drain most of the fluid out first. So I am removing this very gently, and you're going to see the fluid coming down. I wanted to catch it just to show them that the fluid is very, very clean. It's not burned, and I can actually smell transmission fluid. And you want to do this slowly because you don't want to create a spill or a mess. I'm just gonna come right out. See it red and clean? See it? It's very, very clean. Very clean. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is just remove this. Don't have to take it all the way out so that air can go in and the fluid can drain out faster. So you just do that. Alright, and this is the transmission dipstick. This is where we're gonna pull the transmission from. Alright, and you can see it says MV. So if you are not sure of the transmission fluid, just look at your dipstick. Right, if you can find it, because most of these transmission now, the modern ones, they are not coming with a dipstick. Alright, but those with a dipstick, it will state on the top. So it's a ATF, automatic transmission fluid, MV. Alright, but I'm not using the MV fluid. I'm using a fluid from Amsoil, and this is certified. It's the MV certificate. It have the certification as well. So if you look around here, you will see it. Right, look for Mazda. Tap all the, this is oh, see there, Mazda ATF M3 ATF MV. See right there. So it is listed here. Right, and as I said, it's a very good transmission fluid. It's a signature series. Right, it's good because it is 100% synthetic, so it's not going to overheat. The transmission is not going to run hot. The gears and the clutches are going to be maintained, and their integrity and so forth, and the transmission will perform even better than the original fluid. So I am not worrying. Right, and you can do the same for your vehicle. Not every vehicle will take the multi-vehicle. Some will take the CVT fluid. So never put a multi-vehicle fluid in a CVT transmission. You will wreck it. So if you're going to do this procedure, please research the type of fluid first, and of course get the proper filter, right, and the gasket for your transmission. So we're going to go back under the car now, and we're going to remove those 10mm bolt and drop the pan. All right, so see you then. So people, go out to the last bolt. Please keep the two middle one in, but the transmission pan is not a rubber gasket is up there now. It's silicone gasket, so it takes a little while to come off. So I have to use this tool. Where it is. I have to use this tool and just pry it between here with a hammer and get it down. Please don't go crazy on it because it's aluminum. I don't want to damage the surface. So I'm gonna get it down now. Moment of truth. All right. Let me just carry over this. So if you have any spill, you can catch it. And that's it. Beautiful transmission, eh? Beautiful. This is the filter right here. So we're just gonna clean up all of this surface now. Painstakingly. All of this surface needs to be clean right around. And the corresponding surface and the pan need to be clean as well. So as you can see, the fluid is very nice. It's red and it's cherry red. Right? And helping the transmission, the valve body look good, clean and lovely. Don't see any unexpected dirt or anything. You see a little metal shaving on these spots. I'm gonna inspect the see a little metal shaving there, and that is why it's important to clean to change your fluid. Some little metal shavings there. But we're gonna check the pan now. So come on, check. I mean, this look dark, don't it? It look dark, but it's not really dark. If you look at it.
And it's a drip, it don't look dark.
So when you pour in, it don't look that dark. This is the magnet. You see? And it have a whole lot of metal shavings on it. Look, all of this is metal shavings on the magnet. So we have to clean up the magnet. To clean up this magnet, clean up the pan surface, clean up all of this area. Right? So we're gonna use some part cleaner in it. Alright, we're glad we change it. Alright, we're gonna remove the filter and all of that. So we'll show you when we're cleaning up this. Okay, you can see all of the magnetic shavings on the transmission in the transmission pan there. Right? So the magnet is doing its job and the fluid is also doing its job. So look at it, guys. Like I said, it looks dark now, but if you look at my finger, you'll see the redness in the fluid. Alright, so we're going to replace this, and hopefully the transmission will shift even much smoother going forward. And just to tell you, we have 134 kilometer on the clock. That's around 83 to 84 miles. So we still don't reach 100 miles, and this vehicle is like 14 years old. It's a 2008. So it's not really high mileage. Alright, so it's good to change your fluid. So we're gonna put this one side and we're gonna reuse this oil. We're not going to throw it away. As soon as we drain the new oil, we're gonna refill the bottles with this old oil, and we're gonna use it in the chainsaw for the chainsaw bar oil. So that's how we're going to deal with it. So this is going to take a little time, I can tell you, just to get off all of this and clean it up properly. So that's what we're going to do next. So when we come back, you will see a very clean pan and a clean under surface under there. Okay, see you then. Alright guys, so this is the pan magnet, ton load of metal shavings on it. So I'm gonna just clean it up like that, put it in the pan back and clean it up. I just remove it from right there where it was.
Yeah, man.
So peeps, we finished cleaning up the pan. The pan is in the sun drying now. Right, we clean it up very nice, clean up the magnet and everything. So what I'm gonna do now is to reinstall or to install the filter. But I'm just gonna get a little of the clean transmission fluid and put over the gasket. Nice, so that it slide right in, you know, lube it up. You have to lube it up, man.
Put it in. Put it in. You have to say that.
Yeah. So we're going under the car now to install the transmission, the brand new transmission filter.
Okay, go ahead.
So guys, you see the nice red fluid on the ground because I moved the catch pan. So I'm just going to put it right inside there. Right, and you have to make sure that you don't twist this gasket. Yes, nice fit. I remember to put back this right here. I'm saying you're good to go, man. So we're gonna put the gasket on the pan now and put it right up. Right, and this transmission is supposed to shift much better. Right, even though I didn't really have a shift problem, to be honest. Right, but it's gonna be shifting much smoother. You know what I'm saying, because it have a brand new filter, brand new fluid and everything, and all of this area. You see these are the, I think these are the solenoids in the transmission. These are the shift solenoids, right? So we had a lot of metal shaving build up on them, magnetic, so there's just cling to it. So I clean it up nicely. And the pan bottom, what I used is a little scraper tool. I wait the time to never show them. So I use this, right, and I just put a little transmission fluid on it and just hold it like this and just scrape the area, right, just to remove. Don't use nothing metallic to damage the surface. This is aluminum. Please do not use anything metallic. It will damage the surface, and once it's damaged, it's gonna leak. So this is why I use a plastic. Right, so I'm gonna prepare the pan now and install. So see you then. So alright people, so we have the pan here very clean. You notice how it's clean, right? And this is the magnet, nice and clean, man. So use one more little cleaning and then we'll reinstall it. And right where you see the little dimple here, that's where we're gonna put the magnet. Nice nice and straight. You know what I'm saying? Right? And this magnet now is gonna go back and catch more metal shavings, maybe for the next 60 miles. 60,000 miles, rather 60,000 miles. Cause by then, hopefully, I still have the car, or maybe just sell it by then. I don't know, but I'm planning to keep this car for quite a while because it has been very good to me. So I have no need to sell it. So 60,000 miles again before we change this. I'm gonna do this again, all right? And remember, guys, do this for yourself. I mean, look how it is clean. If you carry this to a shop for someone to do it for you, they are not going to go through this painstaking process to get it this clean. So it is better when you do it yourself. All right, very clean. So we're gonna put on the gasket and reinstall. See us when we do that.
See you.
So guys, I am ready to install the gasket, and what I'm gonna do is just to put a little bit of transmission fluid right along the pan, and this is going to help to hold the gasket seated during the installation process.
It smells so awful.
And it smells good. It smells good to me.
What's wrong with me?
You just have a different appreciation for certain smell. Alright, so this is it. Get it nice and supple with a little bit of the fluid. You don't have to worry about it being on the gasket, because it is going to be on the gasket anyway. It's going in the transmission. So what this does though is it allows the thing to seat properly, right? So you have a nice mating surface. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's gonna sit nice and comfortable. So it's straighten out, right? We don't want it to twist, because we want a nice flat mating surface. So we're going up under the car now to install this. We're gonna carry the bolts. I'm gonna carry a few with me.
It's gonna be a little difficult.
No man, it's not gonna be.
May I turn on the yard?
Alright, so see you guys under the car. We're going up under there now. So put in all of them now on a peep, so we're going to tighten them up. When you're tightening, make sure that you tighten the center one first. So you're gonna go 1 and you go across and do 2, and then you come across and do 3, and you come across and so you're gonna do it in a zigzag pattern. You don't want to tighten 1, 2, 3 all the way down, so you're going to crimp and the pan may not sit flat on the surface. So you want to go in the middle, and then you go across, and then you come here, so and then you go here, so and then you go here, so and then you go like a diagonal type of crisscross tightening. So alright guys, so we finished under the car. We tighten up the transmission pan, and we replace the drain bolt, and we're going to fill the car now with transmission fluid. It's 3 quarts we're going to put in. I know this because I have done it already. Change the oil already. So we're going to put in 3 quarts, and then we're going to test it. To test the transmission fluid, you need to warm up the engine. When it reach operating temperature, you're going to make sure that you cycle the gear lever through all the gears for around 5 seconds in each gear. Then you put it back in park, and then you come and check the transmission fluid with the engine running. That's how you check this one. So the engine must be running, and unders and so forth, the engine must be turned off. Alright, so we're going to do that after we finish. So Tanisha is right here. She's going to remove the dipstick, insert the funnel, and refill. Take it all the way out, Tantan.
You take it out tender.
Alright. Come on, you can't let it go. And you're going to do it slowly, because you're going to hear it pop up like. Alright, so you're going to pour in slowly. Let me come on the next side and do it. Alright, so it's nice and red. As I said, it's 3 quarts. if it a pop up all you hear it, like it a bubble up like, I can just sew it up and make it get space to breathe. So alright guys, we're going to come back after we finish and show you the next step. See you then. Alright guys, so Tanisha is up there pouring the transmission oil back in the transmission. So I just say, you know what, let me open the filter and see what is in there. As you can see, a lot of dirt is around the side area, right? Especially to this side, all the way around, but especially to this side, a lot of dirt. But the filter was not that bad. If you can see right here, you can see it look red, and I think this is the original color, right, of the material. So but after all, it wasn't that bad. I just pry it open and look inside, you know what I'm saying? So we have to look how things work, you know. So this area was very dark, but the inside area wasn't that bad. You understand? So that is that. Just get this little tool here and just pry it open with the hammer. Just knock it and open it. So that is that. See it here now? She's on the finishing now. So just gonna make that drain down. Make it drain down some more time. And we're gonna replace the dipstick. Then we make sure that the car is at a level place. It is level where it is right now. We're gonna run the engine for a while, let the transmission warm up, and then we're gonna cycle through each of the gear for around 5 seconds. So we're gonna go from park to reverse to neutral to drive down to low gear and then back up 5 seconds in every gear. I'll put it back in park and then we'll come after the car is warm up and we'll check the fluid. Alright, so guys, we're in the car, right? And as you can see, as I said to you before, that this car have 135,114 kilometers on the clock. See there? So we're gonna start up the vehicle and cycle through the gears. So what I want to do now is you want to move from park into reverse and let it stay for a while, then neutral,
like what you love, passion get Russian. Nothing feels the
then in drive. Make sure the handbrake is up. Alright, then to S, then low. We're going through all the gears. Then we're going back up, and this is just going to allow the transmission fluid to circulate right back through the transmission, alright, through the valve body and all of that, you know. Back in drive, and so we're not having any shaking in the car. Notice when you move the gears, we don't see any shaking. Of course, you get a little different in tone, in the engine tone, which is expected. This is in neutral and reversed, in reverse, and then back to park. Right? And of course, you see the temperature is blue, so that tells you that the engine is still cold. So we're going to allow that light to go away and let it run for around 5 to 10 minutes after the light goes away, and then we check the transmission fluid. So we're going to come back, do the same procedure. We're going to run from park to reverse to neutral to drive, put it back in park, and then we go into the engine bay and check the transmission fluid. And it's supposed to be right where it was, because as I said, I know the amount of fluid that goes into my transmission because I do this process already. Not the drain, not the pan drain, but you know, I drain the thing already, and it's not much came out rather. Alright guys, so see you in the next part. In the car, we're going to test drive it now. AC is running and everything, car is running nice. Remember that video where I change the fuel injectors? You can check that out, look up in the car, you will see it, because the car was running. Like for example, when you put it in drive and you press down on the brake, the car would be shaking like this, right? violently, especially the steering wheel. We're not having that sensation anymore, thank God. So go and check out that video. So now we're going to test drive the vehicle. Put it in reverse, lower the handbrake, and we're backing out. So far so good. So we're in drive.
And you have now?
So far so good.
You can turn the camera up now.
On the seatbelt. This is annoying. So the car is changing out gears nicely. Coming to a stop. No problem. Gear down. Not going to floor it, but we're going to go up speed. Alright, so it changed. Nice. That was very crisp. I have to tell you. Very crisp a while ago. So immediately, guys, I can see it. I can see a difference right there. When it changed from second to third, trust me, it was crisp. Very crisp. Hear that? Nice.
What's your bike, boy, yeah?
Smooth.
Okay, my ride out like from my
Very
Iron
smooth.
Man.
I'm coming up behind this Honda Civic. Alright. We're doing around 60 to 50 kilometer right now. So we're gonna go one more time up the stretch. And trust me, guys, I am telling you. I'm sorry I didn't do this earlier. Believe me. That was very, very crisp. You know when you don't really have anything to compare it to, because all along I've been driving the vehicle. Look at that. Yes, right? So that's third. Look at that. My God. Man. I'm telling you, man. I'm amazed, I tell you guys. The crispiness of it used to have this little you could actually feel it, like it push you back in your seat. Like no, it changed seamlessly. It doesn't have that little jerk. I wouldn't say jerk. That's not the word that I'm looking for. But it used to push you back in your seat, so you know when the gear change. No, we don't really have that much. It's just crisp and nice. Right, and I'm just warming up the engine, guys, so that when we go down, we can check the transmission flow. So we're gonna go down back and come up, and then we turn. Telling you, man, this, trust me, this is really and truly nice. Right? Brand new filter, brand new Amsoil Signature Series multi-vehicle. Right? Immediately I changed from first to second. Boom, third. And I tell you, the second gear change, it used to have this, especially when you're going slowly. Let me demonstrate to you guys. So if you are in first gear now, and when you're going slowly like this, and you're going to change out to second, it used to have that. Let me see if I have that feeling anymore. It changed a while ago. I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it. From second to third, you used to have that. I don't say jerk. What is the word I'm looking for? But it used to have that little kick, like where you don't feel anything again. Trust me, this is. So we're back home, guys. This is awesome. This is awesome. So right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fly the road, and we're gonna go from drive into neutral, into reverse, into park, and we're gonna go back down to reverse, back into neutral, back into drive. We're sampling all the gears, alright, and we're going up back, and then we're gonna check the transmission. So that's how you check it, and you check it while the engine is running. dipstick. I use a clean piece of rag and clean it up. I always use my shirt now, and my shirt clean. You insert and you remove. And this is what you want. See where it is? Right there. It's supposed to be here when it's hot. This is when it's cold, it's supposed to be right there. When it's hot, it's supposed to be right here. Supposed to be right. It's right. Maybe need a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy another transmission, another quart of fluid, and put a little bit more, because it needs to be right here. So maybe around quarter, and this is because we dropped the pan, so we remove more than what we normally remove if it was just a drain. You understand? So we need to put a little bit more in it, but we still can live with it because it's between these two marks. Once it's between these two marks, we are good to go. But this is the real full mark. So we're going to put a little bit more in it. And that's it. Right, so this is one day after resealing and changing the transmission fluid. And remember, you must always come and check for leak. Very, very important. So we drove the car yesterday for quite a while. And we're under the car now. We're looking and we're not seeing any leak. As you can clearly see, there is no leak. Absolutely no leak. The pan is dry. And that's a good sign. So I'm just adding this to it just to let you know that the job was a success, right? Even around there, there's absolutely no leak. Even at the drain plug at the back, right there, no leak at all. All right. So remember, you must always go and check for leak after you do a job like this, just to ensure that the job was done properly. And this is very important because once you have a leak and if all the transmission fluids would leak out of the car, it's going to be detrimental to your transmission and you're going to be left stranded on the road. Cool? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping by. And if you need more videos like this, please tell me what to do. Remember, we have a 2008 Mazda Demio and we're going to be doing all sorts of videos on it. So if you have a car like this that runs in this generation, even if this is not in this generation, because the newer ones is basically the same thing. The Sky Active ones is basically the same. It's the only thing the engine and the transmission is a bit different, but the same principle. So thank you very much, and remember, check out the other videos on the channel. It's Nikal. Thank you for watching Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Peace.
Watch the ads. Let's stop.